Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today we are going to talk about the KODF, the Kenya Online Defense Forces. Who are they? What do they want? Where are they located? What's their motto? What do they want to achieve? And are they worth emulated? And why did they come to existence? My name is RD Remedy Show. If this is the first time you're seeing me, you may consider subscribing unless you may never want to see me again. Let's jump straight away to the video. The first thing is, who are they? These are patriotic Kenyans who are dedicated to ensure that they maintain the image of Kenya globally wherever they are. They're also called the keyboard warriors. Some do call them the bullies, but they are not bullies, they are just patriotic Kenyans. The second one is, where are they located? They may be here in Kenya, some may be in diaspora countries, but they exist in all social media platforms and they have one intention: to keep the image of Kenya good. Why did they come to existence? It's simply because after we realized that there's so much information on the internet about Kenya, our country, which is not true. It may be biased, it may be stereotypical. And we found that it may be our responsibility to debunk all those information. Like anybody who may try to come up saying a story about what they experienced in Kenya, and that's not the reality. We take that responsibility to go to them and ask them to clarify what they mean by that. Because sometimes you can see somebody talking about a place where you are coming from, and when you try to listen to what they are saying, it's far from the reality. Most of the time we have seen documentaries being made about our continent, Africa, and when you try to watch those documentaries, the houses being displayed, the kind of people being shown, like they are selectively chosen to represent the whole thing. And that's the same thing that we decided that we have to come up and fight all this biased information on the internet. What do? Their work is simply to scan through the internet and see anywhere where anybody has mentioned the name Kenya, and is the information before and after that name true? Is it fact-checked, or it was somebody who was just speaking to fill their sentences? For example, there was a time CNN said that Kenya is a hotbed of terrorism, something which is not the reality. So we had to go to them and question them to provide an evidence of whatever they are saying, because they are just summarizing that the Horn of Africa is violent, Kenya included, and they had to apologize for that, and they changed that statement. There was also this Fox News lady who was saying that in Kenya, pregnant women do not have rights to get out of the house. They are not allowed to vote. We had to go to them because if you don't debunk this information, people will believe it's true. So we had to go to them and tell them that it's not the reality. People just summarize the whole place and assume that that's how things are. What do they want to achieve? Respect, nothing else, just respect for Kenya, because they know very well that if Kenya is being respected, then as a Kenyan, wherever you go in the whole world, you will be respected. But if Kenya is disrespected, wherever you go, nobody will take you serious. You will just be taken as a refugee. So its main objective is to maintain the image of Kenya outside, to ensure that nobody talks bad things about Kenya, which are not happening. If it's the facts, then no problem with that. But giving biased, stereotypical information about Kenya, then that's where they come in and they debunk it. What's their motto? Their motto is, we are Kenyans and Kenya is our business. Why are they unique? They are unique because of their unity. It's a special thing that they have. Of course, other countries do have their online defense forces. Like in Nigeria, of course, there are people online who defend their country. But the difference with the KODF is their togetherness. When it comes to somebody talking bad things about Kenya, they come together and they forget all their differences. You know, the one for Nigeria, they have their own internal differences. I don't know, tribal, the celebrities whom they support. So they also have their class differences. But in Kenya, we don't care who you are, whether you're rich, poor, educated, or uneducated. When it comes to somebody has attacked Kenya, we just come together and we confront them, and we have to make them apologize for what they said. Are they worth emulating? Yes. I think every country needs people on the internet who have to be vocal about their country, because the information we have about various countries is what the media is feeding us. Most of it is very biased and it's not the correct. So if we have people on the ground who are giving us the real facts about what's happening in their countries, we will understand more about it. Because there are countries in Africa which, if you are asked to name anybody from them, we don't even know their president, their musicians. We have no idea what's happening to them. If we had online defenses from those countries, they will have come up on the internet and they will have shown us what they have in their countries. In other words, it's a way of marketing your country and debunk all the false information we have about various countries. Because if somebody says some misinformation about your country and you don't come up and say anything about it, we just believe that that's the fact. and we end up having the wrong information. What is their achievement? Some of their achievements are like Kenya versus Uganda, Kenya versus Nigeria versus Ghana, South Africa, Tanzania, Kenya versus CNN, Kenya versus Fox News, and we are wanting that. What's their public message to the people? It's that Kenyans are good people, they are humble, peace-loving people if you are good to them. But if it's the other way around, they will just show you who they are.